Hey guys, Ivan here, and in today's video we are watching the prejudging of the Detroit Pro 2025, and this here is your top 4. From left to right we have William Bonac, Ron Gordon, Sas Hirati and James Hollinshead. The fact that Bonac is not in the center here does not mean that he is not winning. I don't know why they actually placed Ron in the center at this moment. They moved these guys around, but this kind of made it seem like Ron is battling for second and that he's going to place like in third or something, but no, I'm pretty sure he's placing fourth in this lineup, but we'll see. After they went through one round, they actually switched these guys around and they put William Bonac in the center right next to Sas Hirati, and I'm pretty sure this is your top 2. But who is winning? Let's check it out. Front double bicep, man, I would go with William Bonac for sure. Like he definitely brought back a lot of the size that he didn't have last year. He looks a lot fuller and rounder, especially through the arms, but basically everywhere, the back, the legs. Now as far as Sas, he's actually looking quite impressive. Like the quads are really good. Conditioning is good, but it's not really on the level of William Bonac. He can still get a little bit sharper to match Bonac's conditioning. And you'll see that from the back more clearly. As far as this front shot right here, it seems like Sas has a little bit of an imbalance with his arms, but he is the guy with the most dense muscle, with the roundest physique, with the best conditioning right after William Bonac, and these guys are actually pretty close. It's a tight battle. We'll see the other poses in a second. As far as James, I have him in third. Not the best conditioning on this stage, but I would say better conditioning than from the Arnold Classic. And Ron Gordon, as you can see, a little bit lanky, a little bit stringy still. Taller guy, as you can see, so he's not really filled out as much, but also very impressive physique for sure. Now, as far as the front lat spread, man, in this one, Sas actually looks very good. His abs are looking great, his chest looks separated and full, his shoulders are insane. They're probably one of his best body parts after legs, I would say, especially from the side. You're gonna see that in a second. His rear delts are crazy. And his quads are also like really big, but then you look at Bonac and his legs are just rounder. Even though Sas's legs are enormous, Bonac's legs are even bigger, more round. Now in the lat spread, I would probably give it to Sas because of his details in the midsection and like the overall shape, the flow of this pose, and like they're close, conditioning, fullness, hardness, those things are pretty close. At least in this pose. James here also looks very impressive, bigger than these two guys, but just not as detailed, not as hard. And Ron Gordon, in my opinion, definitely last place here in this call-out. Now they're going to turn to the side. You're going to see exactly what I was mentioning before. Look at Sasan's rear delts, right? Like really capped off, really well-shaped delts from the side. And then his chest as well. And his width to the shoulders, I mean, you can't be narrow with those freaking delts this freaking big. Inside poses at least. So overall, Sas looks phenomenal, really impressive. He really impressed me at this show. But then I compare him to William Bonac and, it is close. It's definitely close, but I think Bonac is just slightly better in this one. I like his chest fullness a little bit more, his details, his conditioning, how tight his skin is everywhere. So, a close battle between these two guys, but in this one at least, I have William Bonac. But it is very close. I wouldn't have an issue with you thinking that Sas was actually better in these couple of poses. Now, as far as the back double bicep, here is where you can see the clear difference. And you can see that William Bonac is just a lot better in the back double bicep. He destroys Sas. It's not even competition. Conditioning and tightness in the glutes and hamstrings, and also just the back, the density and the thickness of the back, the width and everything. As far as the back lat spread, this one is a lot closer, I would say, but I would still go with Bonac. Like his width, his glute conditioning, his hardness everywhere, I give both back shots to William Bonac. Now, as far as the side tricep, I give this one to Bonac as well. James looks good too, but it's definitely between Sas and Bonac. Even though it is pretty close, I'm still pretty sure that William Bonac is winning this show so far. As far as the abs and thighs, you gotta give this one to Sus, because of his freaking abs, look at this. And his quads as well. His abs are pretty much perfect, right? Really conditioned as well, carved out, and his quads as well. Really good shape, a lot of size, crazy conditioning, really deep details, deep striations in the quads and in the abs. This is one of the better abs and thigh shots that I've seen in a while. For example, James can't even hang against Sus in this pose, and Bonac actually looks pretty good because he's just really round, like his entire physique is just basically a circle, how big he is, like his quads are just massive, but he doesn't have the best set of abs, right? But this variation that he's doing, the way he's hitting the pose with the size of the legs and everything, it actually looks pretty good, it's just not on the level of Sus. So far, pretty close, right? A tight battle. Let's see the most muscular. I mean, Sus is great, but I gotta give this one to Bonac. Look at Bonac, man. Look at the fullness and the size and the shape. Yeah, I'm pretty sure William Bonac wins this one. Sus in second, James in third, and Ron in fourth. That's the way I see it, but I gotta say it was definitely a close call, a really good battle between these two guys, Sus and Bonac. I did not expect it to be this close, but it's obviously very close. I do have Bonac winning. Whoever you guys have winning, tell me down below. Alright, in this video, we're also going to take a look at the prejudging of the classic physique, and this was also a pretty close battle. Earlier at the Arnold Classic, Matt Grego managed to beat Wesley Wissers. Matt was third, and Wesley was actually 2 places down. He was fifth at his show. However, I'm pretty sure tables have turned for this one. You guys know that Wesley was really sick before the Arnold Classic, and that's why he was unable to peak. This time around, he definitely peaked much better. Is this Wesley Wissers at his 100%? I would say no, but closer to it, much closer than the Arnold Classic, potentially closer than the Mr. Olympia as well. His fullness is back. I wouldn't say it's fully back. It's not as good as it was the Arnold Classic last year, but it is better. Conditioning also looks better now that he's fuller and tighter, but it still could be a little bit better conditioning. And even though I do have him winning this against Matthew Grego, I'm pretty sure he's winning this, I actually now do see a reason for Wesley to take that time off that he plans on taking, not doing the Mr. Olympia, and actually focusing on improving his weaknesses. What weaknesses he needs to improve? Well, obviously his lower body. His quads here actually look pretty good, even though Matthew Grego has massive legs. Wesley's quads from the front at least look definitely comparable. But from the back, it's a different story. You're gonna see that in a second. As far as like the overall shape, conditioning, classic shape, classic lines, basically the aesthetic look, I think Wesley is definitely better in that regard. And when he is close, at least close to Matthew with fullness and conditioning, he beats him in my opinion. I think he wins this one for sure. He's also taller, therefore bigger. Look at the side chest. I mean, Wesley is definitely better here. Much better hamstrings, much better chest, arms as well. From the back, it's actually kind of strange that Wesley's glutes are this small. Compare them to Matthew's glutes. Like, really small glutes, really small hamstrings, small legs from behind. That's his biggest weakness, and with this weakness, it's really hard to say that he can actually win the Mr. Olympia, even when he is 100% on, against guys like Mike Sommerfeld or Ralph Diesel and the others, but he can take Matthew Grego out. I think he can take him out and win this show. I'm pretty sure Wesley Wissers is winning. You guys might have different opinion. If you do, tell us down below, but I'm really happy to actually see Wesley Wissers finally bring that good peak. We haven't really seen that at a Mr. Olympia last year and at the Arnold Classic, but here he brought it. Could he be better? Sure, but he brought it for sure. And he's going to have some awesome photos as well. Both of these guys, everybody at this show. I mean, the lighting here is phenomenal. It's a theater and, you know, it's a black background as you can see. And the lighting is good. Like, these guys are looking probably even more conditioned than they are. And we'll see the HD videos in the photos. So I'm expecting these guys to have really cool photos. And Wesley really enjoyed his time on this stage, it seems as well. So once again, as far as the Open, I do have William Bonac winning, and I have Sass in second, James in third, Ron in fourth. And as far as the Classic Physique, again, I have Wesley winning, Matthew in second. You guys tell me, what do you think? If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. For more content like this about bodybuilding, guys, stay tuned, subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon, all the best, and bye-bye.